Hey, grateful morning, everyone. And so, what I'm going to do today is take you behind the scenes of a Saturday spending time with my family. My agenda today is actually to host a workshop today. Not sure if you can see my sweater. Got this on Instagram. My rates went up. I've been waiting to wear this sweater. I've had it for like a few months now. But today we are doing the Therapist Worthy workshop. And so, in a moment, I'll explain to you one of the reasons as to why I am doing this workshop and what's going to be included. But right now I'm actually gonna prep. I'm gonna drink my tea. I'm gonna do some morning scripting, and then I'm gonna head downstairs to the office to get started. All right, so I'm currently in my office space. I need to straighten up. Definitely should have did this last night. However, as I'm getting prepped, I'll just like walk you through what led up to this day. And so about maybe 2 weeks before Christmas, I collaborate with a nonprofit, and they had received an offer to do like a match donation. And so they encourage the people on the team to reach out to our communities and then have like a donation for a good cause to give back to Black mental health. And so I thought that would be a great opportunity for the therapists that I serve, because they're also business owners. So not only are they giving back to a great cause, and my community right now are all clinicians of color, even though that's not a requirement, that's just how things end up going. But what I decided to do is have a bonus. And so my bonus, because I like to do workshops, was, well, what will be my give back? Because if they are responding back to the information that I'm sending out regarding donating money of different denominations and saving their receipts, then I want to give them something back as a state of gratitude. And so what I decided to do as of today is host this 2-hour workshop. And the 2-hour workshop is going to be so mind-blowing. We did a part of this workshop with my mastermind students in Vegas, and it just opened up the floodgates as to why they need to really understand their value, why they need to stop lowering their price when they're working with certain groups of people, and also why they should look at things beyond the one-on-one therapeutic approach that pretty much has been, ingrained in our brain, that the best service is one-on-one. Because even though that's a great offer to our therapy clients, there comes a time where if you want to scale your time, meaning work less and earn more, you're going to have to increase the percentage of your business as being one to many. This is why I have, yes, one-on-one clients, but I also have group coaching programs. Or when I was doing my private practice, I would have group therapy sessions plus individual sessions, because I can serve more and work less, right? And still have high quality of care. So what I decided to do is bring that training into the virtual space and offer the therapist an opportunity to be able to calculate what their hourly worth is right now. Because one of the things that I constantly hear and see is, I don't know how much to charge for my prices. And my biggest thing is, how can we charge per hour if you don't even know how much you're worth, right? Like, can you articulate the value that you are giving to someone in order to solve their problem? And I'll also just publish like a podcast episode on that particular topic. And so that's going to be the first half of this workshop. We're going to do a breakout session where they're able to process what their numbers were on their sheet of paper. It's going to be very hands-on, interactive, no workbook, but it's going to be slides on Zoom. Take notes, take fast action, okay? And then the second half of the workshop is a bonus in which I'm going to share with them the 4 steps that I have taken to collaborate with various nonprofits, or just gain opportunities to be able to put my name out there as a psychologist that has a different level of expertise in which I can serve a larger population, not just one-on-one therapy. I can build mental health programs, and also how I can secure grants, meaning they write me into grants by me showing up and being the best version of myself with what I do best in terms of my gift in the area of mental health. And so it's a full-fledged 2-hour workshop. What I did, which was like crazy ridiculous, is because it was the year of 2022, I decided that beyond the people who did a donation because they got a seat for free because they made a donation, is that I opened it up to the public, and I just sent out an email one time, and I sent out one post and like 2 stories that you can get in for $22. And so if you miss out on it, we may be able to put it up for replay, and then you'll be able to make that investment and get this information. But guaranteed, I cannot wait. I have my sweater on specifically for this workshop today. However, I need to actually eat, get ready, do prayer, do journaling. I have a little under 20 minutes, and so I'm going to go ahead and get prepped and then hop on the computer. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So welcome everybody to the Therapists Are Worthy workshop. I am your host, Dr. Takesha Jackson Rudd, also known as Dr. TK. I am a licensed clinical psychologist and the #1 therapist business coach. And I am super grateful that you have decided to use some of your Saturday morning or afternoon to spend time working on yourself and on your business. So our agenda today briefly is to I've already done the welcome, but I want to have you have the opportunity even to connect in the chat box. And so I'm going to get All right, so I just finished the workshop. It was definitely a success. We had about 25 people come in, and then some people had to like jet out early because of prior commitments, but definitely understand it. Most of our crowd was from the East Coast, which means that it was 11 o'clock when we started, and it was almost 1:30 when we ended, because we did go over. But nevertheless, we talked about those 2 categories as it relates to calculating their hourly worth right now, really having a understanding of maybe why they're not making the money that they want to make, why they have to work so many hours, and really getting an understanding of moving their mindset from the one-to-one to one-to-many. And then I dropped a whole lot of bonus bombs on the video. And so I was like, you know what? We here, so I'm just going to give it to you guys. And then one thing that was pretty funny, and I'll edit out what I can, but it is what it is, because I also see and feel like, and I got positive like feedback from the participants in terms of like my son, we live in a tri-level, and my husband was asleep, and he ended up waking up early and making his way all the way down to the office because, you know, the baby gates don't work no more. He's 3.5. And so he knows how to open them. He came down, and I can tell that it was him. At first I thought it was my husband because he like cracked the door, but then, and I thought I locked it, but then he kept doing it. And I'm like, is that Avery? And so I told the people, I'm like, I was about to take myself off video, but this is real life stuff. We working from home now. It's Saturday. So they were laughing and was like, hey, go get your son. And so he came in, and, you know, he was shy because he saw all these faces on the screen. But nevertheless, excuse me, I let him stand here for a little bit. And then I end up like FaceTiming my husband during the call, put myself on mute, and was like, he down here. So he ended up coming down here and got him after probably 7 to 10 minutes. So if you catch the replay, or, you know, I put it up for you to be able to purchase at a later time, you more than likely will see my son on there. And I also just like to show raw footage, because these are the things that happen in our homes, especially as wives, husbands, parents. You know, we have a house to run, and we also have a business to run. And so sometimes the 2 blend. And I think it's also imperative for my clients to see that I'm a real person, you know what I'm saying, outside of being a therapist or being a coach. Like, things happen, and you gonna roll with the punches and keep going. So I'm gonna go talk to my husband, see what we got up for today. My youngest son is supposed to get his hair cut. It's a little gloomy outside. If we do go out to LA, I do want to go eat, because one thing that I wrote down in my journal for 2022 is getting back to heavily scripting out and seeing things through because of our shutdown situation. I really want to be able to like go out to eat more, not just for special occasions. And I think that we got away from that just because we've been away from the city, but that's not an excuse. And so definitely want to do that today. So I'm gonna go check out what's
I